Yeah, hey Kevin. How's the arm feeling now that the regular season's over and you're getting ready to start on the postseason?
Oh, it feels good. I don't really get sore at all or anything. I don't really feel that fatigued. The only time I've actually felt maybe tired after a series was the Auburn series, where I threw in all three games, and then the Ole Miss series, the back-to-back 3 innings. But besides that, I feel pretty good. Coach Kopps comes up to me and asks me if I could throw today, like on Mondays and Tuesdays, and I feel like I could throw in a gamer. So I feel pretty good.
And Coach Van Horn was saying he plans on resting you some a little bit this week, but he also recognizes that some guys need to pitch to kind of stay fresh and loose and everything. How do you feel? I mean, do you feel like you're one of those guys that needs to pitch, or could you benefit from some rest?
I think I could benefit from some rest. I think for the majority of like relievers, no one really feels like 100% like, oh, super rested. I feel like we usually stay around like 80 to 90% if you're being honest with yourself. And I think a little bit of rest, like just throwing a little bit in this tournament and getting a little bit of rest, I'll actually be able to get up to 100% um, in the regional. And I'm really looking forward to seeing other guys getting on the mound and getting some innings in and seeing what they can do. Bob?
Hey, Kevin, congrats on your SEC Pitcher of the Year award. There's obviously a lot of good pitchers in this league. What you think about getting that award, beating out some guys that are probably going to be super high draft picks?
Thank you. I don't know. It's cool. It's pretty surreal. I think um, uh, God has really blessed me beyond what I could imagine with that. I would have never imagined a year like this. And like you said, there's a lot of other really good guys in the league. But to be honest, I don't really think about it that much. I kind of just am focused on the postseason now and finishing kind of the final goal that we have in winning it all.
And I don't know. A couple weeks ago on the Zoom, you mentioned beet juice and kind of smiled. Is that actually a real part of your regime? I mean, how does that play into your daily routine? And how did you get, if you do drink it, or if you're serious, how much do you drink? How'd you get started? And what's it taste like? I've never had it, but I can't imagine it tastes very good. Maybe it does. I don't.
Um, Apparently, I kind of like it. It kind of reminds me of like a unsweet tea, kind of like a bitterish, but I like unsweet tea. For majority of the guys that try it, because I've had it, they tell me it's awful. So I guess it's awful. But I started because I started trying to not eat or drink like sugars, like not artificial sugars or added sugars. And I don't really like Gatorade, so it makes like I don't like candy or like sweets like that because it's too sweet for me. So, but I realized that I still need sugar when I play, so I just decided to get like some beet juice or some fresh juice to get sugars kind of naturally like that, and I just God kind of guided me through my ignorance and just picked beet juice, and it ended up being the right choice.
How long have you been drinking, and how much of it on average do you drink in a week or a day or
Uh,
whatever?
I started in the summer. Um, I'll drink like a bottle two of it like during games, and maybe like a bottle in the meet or a bottle or two in the week when I'm not playing. I usually just drink it instead of Gatorade.
I think the way you're pitching, the guys would be lining up to drink it, whatever it tastes like. You can't turn the other guys onto it.
Actually, Wallace started drinking it, and I actually found out that it's more common to drink it in like professional baseball than I thought.
Okay. Well, if they had that name, image, and likeness still, you'd probably be cleaning up as a beet juice spokesman, I bet.
Yeah, I know it's funny. They're probably having board meetings about it right now.
Okay. Thanks.
Oliver just walked out. I think he's with Van Horn.
Andrew, oh, sorry, we're doing too many interviews at once. Andrew, and then Randy, please.
Okay, Kevin, you started the 2017 SEC championship game in Hoover back, long time ago. Just what do you remember about that experience, and how excited are you to be back for now, I guess, your third time in Hoover?
Hoover's always been one of my favorite times of the year, to be honest. It's just kind of the season's over. It's just kind of a fun tournament, seeing all the other teams here and kind of talking with the other guys. It seems like long ago and kind of weird that I started one of those games. But I always enjoy my time.
And also, your pitcher of the year nod always gets the attention, and rightfully so, but you also were named to the all defensive team the other day. So how do you feel about having some bragging rights every time y'all do PFPs for the rest of the year?
All credit to Coach Hobbs on that. I don't know. Coach Hobbs has always thought he's mentioned it before that he thinks that guys that are good at spinning off speed are good at doing PFPs, and it's kind of true. But I don't know. I was kind of shocked that I made the all defensive team. I just didn't. You just don't really think about pitchers on an all defensive team, so that is kind of cool. He walked out again.
I think Randy, you're up.
Yeah. Kevin, does the beet juice help you deal with the heat there in Hoover?
I mean, I was born in the heat, living in Houston, so I kind of enjoy it. It helps you like stay warm and loose, and not have to warm up so quick, or it helps you warm up quicker. But I would say so, yeah. I mean, I haven't been here that long, but it'll definitely be important when it's so hot.
Do you kind of visualize before you play the game? In this case, have you kind of visualized ahead, seeing what maybe role or how you will do in this particular tournament?
Yeah, especially this past summer, I've been able to really just focus on baseball and visualizing, just like every game that I play, and like facing hitters, and like kind of fall asleep thinking about that versus other things. It kind of makes me think of a story that Coach Johnson actually told us about I think it was a Vietnam War vet that was trapped for like 3 years, I think. And to pass the time, he visualized playing golf every day. And then his first time back playing golf, he shot like an amazing score. And just kind of a testimony to visualizing yourself. I think it just builds confidence along with doing some dry work before games and in between games.
Bobby, anything else?
Yeah, Kevin, I just wanted to ask you about Casey Opitz. I mean, I know the coaches let him call most, if not all, the pitches. Just what do you think about the job Casey does behind the plate and what he's meant to the team this year, having him back kind of unexpectedly when the draft, just was shortened by so much?
He adds so much to the team in every way. I don't think I'd be able to cover it all. Just like morale, he kind of gets us going, and then like he makes my job a lot easier being back there, and actually puts me at ease when he's back there. Like calling pitches, I don't really like to think a lot when I'm on the mound, and I trust everything he puts down, and it helps me to pitch with more conviction, knowing the faith I have in him, and I throw a lot of balls in the dirt. And I was thinking about this the other day. I mean, we take a lot of bases on balls that just barely get the catcher's block and kind of barely get away from the catcher, and we'll take second base. But Opitz keeps everything so close to him that he's just amazing back there, and I'm very grateful that we got him back.
What do you think he means just to the pitching staff as a whole, not just to you, but to all the guys?
I mean, kind of the same thing. I think everybody has confidence with him back there. You know the right pitch is being called when he calls it, and it's kind of a unique skill to have too. Like it makes me think of a stat I saw a long time ago about Yadier Molina. When he's back there, like batting averages drop like 50 points or something like that, and it's the same way with him. Just because they have so much baseball smarts and they're just so skilled back there, getting you strikes and keeping everything in front of them. I think it just really adds a lot to our pitching staff. And, he gets a lot of credit for what we do.
Okay, thank you.
I'll let you have anything else.
I'm good.
All right, I'll do it. Thank you all.